Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Pseudos Crochet and More. This is your host Crystal. Today is going to be about the Granny Square card deck. Now, I'm going to go over a little bit of information on this, and I'm going to put the thumbnail, if you see it, it's going to say real or a dupe. And we're going to find out, is it the real card deck or is it a dupe? Somebody's ripping off of the original creator's idea and selling it on other platforms for lesser or more than the correct one, the real one. So let's get into this. Now today's video is late. I did not have a chance to get this recorded before my mother-in-law had her doctor's appointments yesterday, so I am recording this on Friday, February 28th. I cannot believe it's the last day of the month. I am still wearing my heart hat because it's still one day, the last day of February. So I got this deck off of TikTok, and it was at a great price. And I was like, oh, cool, a neat way to learn new Granny Square stitches patterns. So I got it for Christmas. And yesterday I noticed that somebody posted a video about the real deck and the dupe deck. So I watched it, and I'm glad that I did. I'm gonna still give this a shot, but there's ways that you can tell if it's the real one or not. The back of this is blank. The real one has information and a barcode on the back because they do sell it at Barnes and Nobles and probably other bookstores too. According to the lady that I watched yesterday about this. And she got scammed too. She bought the first one that she saw and then found out that the actual real copy didn't come out till after this one did. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up. It is also a smaller box than the real one. But I thought, okay, well, it's a smaller box, you know, it's okay. And it even has the lady's name on the booklet. Here, I'm going to show you. Claire Montgomery. I'm guessing that's not Montgomery spelled a little different than what I'm used to seeing. I'm used to seeing an R-Y and not an I-E at the end there. So Claire Montgomery designed this through SurePress, and that will be on the back of the box, and it's also on the back of the booklet with all the instructions, because the cards have, I'll just show you. On the back of them, they have just a diagram on how to create the pattern. They don't have, they have instructions in here, but unless you know how, you can see extremely small print, you're not going to be able to read that either. And if you know how to read graphs, great. If you don't, then you might struggle with these ones. Because on the real ones also, where it says joining to use a certain page in the booklet that comes with it, I'm not even sure if that corresponds to anything. So it says to use slip stitch method page 23 for joining, but on page 23, I'm sorry if you hear my dog in the background, she's whining because her cousin's up and she wants to go see him. So 23 starts a pattern. There's no joining, there's no nothing on this. This starts with the first pattern, I do believe. And the actual symbol key is on a different page too, because that's notated that it's on page 23 as well. I'm just going to keep showing you guys this one to reference. Even the symbol, the key, is very hard to read. So unless you know how to read a graph, this is not for beginners. This one is not for beginners. If you're learning how to crochet, you don't know all the symbols. I could tell on this one what to do at the start. I would have to keep going with it to see if I could figure out the whole thing. Let's see here. So they give you, in this one they have a color palette telling you what the color name is in accordance to the color shade. And I think it does, I mean, this one here is supposed to look like a star and a circle. They called it the Agon square. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. And these are color coded on the back for how hard the pattern is. And that's number 1. They are numbered, and this one here, number 13, is called Kisses Square. It's red on the side. So each one does have a difficulty level as well. That's what I'm guessing that those are. If they are not, you can correct me in the comment section. I will not take offense to it. So the joining squares is actually on page 17. So they didn't even know what page this was supposed to be listed on the card for. But that's something that sometimes has to happen. You gotta live, you learn, you get hugs. That used to be that slogan for that diaper company, hugs. You learn, you live, you get hugs. And they don't say that anymore. I don't know why they don't. I mean, there is 50 cards here. Let me actually just double check. So that was 1. Okay, that's 7, 13. Let's see. Where is 2? I mean, there's some pretty interesting. Okay, so the next one is number 2, the Sunrose Square. The next one is, let's figure this out. As I'm looking through here, there's number 3, Seasons of Daisies Square. I mean, they're very pretty. And I'm almost wondering if they tried to use AI for some of these. There's 4, which is the Lazy Daisy Square. Just going to show you guys the pictures of them. I am thinking about trying them out to see how well the instructions, whether I use the graph or if I use the tiny print in the book. That will be determined. And I will, when I do these, I will show you the results and what my thoughts were on the instructions. And I'm thinking about getting the real copy because it's not bad to have both copies. I can always put these away, you know, or compare the two. Which one, you know, has easier. I'm going to say the real's going to be easier to do, but I may not have any problem using the dupe, the fake, whatever you want to call it, that I got. Because I was just like, ooh, that's so cool. And it's not that expensive. Okay, I'm going to get this for Christmas. And, yeah. And now I'm wishing that I kind of didn't because, okay, where is number 5? I have not found number 5. Okay, that's, I'm going to stand these up over here. That's 10. Okay. Okay, so it looks like I might actually be missing something. Because I've got 9 and 10 off to the side here. There's 11. Okay. Yeah, the numbers don't always match up according to how easy or difficult the coloring is. And who knows, I could just be saying that's the difficulty because I mean, why would you color them if they were all the same difficulty? And now you can see my girls in the background. There's Brownie in the chair, and Bella was the brindle that walked over there and kind of gave her a kiss real quick. Okay. Now after this video, please stick around. I do have a song for you to listen to. It's called Granny Squares in the Sky. And I'm going to be kind of mad here. Okay, there's 7. There's 8. Okay. If I don't have a 5 and a 6, that's not cool. There's 50. Okay. There is no number 5 or no number 6 in this deck. So I am missing 2 of the decks, the cards, and I have not taken any of these out of here. I have looked at them, but I never put them in. So let me just go back through again one more time just to see, because that would really stink. I hope you all are enjoying your Friday. I am so glad it's Friday. It's the start of my weekend already. So there's 14. Okay. There's 13. I really hope that they did not jip on some of these cards. Okay, so far we're missing 5 and 6. Just gonna keep pulling them out here. Alright, like I said, I really hope you all did not get duped, scammed, whatever you want to call it, by this company. And there are several of them that are selling them on Amazon, so be careful there too. When I looked it up again today, it actually says the official Granny Square card deck. Let me go ahead and get this up here, because it does have the only official card deck from Search Press. It has it right in the upper right corner, and it's $17.35 for the real deck. And they also now have a flowers deck. So if you like doing granny squares with the flowers, they did come out with that one. That one is $19.95. Alright, that's not it. That's not it. And it looks like I'm missing quite a few, actually. And I know I put after I opened this and kind of looked through it, looked at the book, I put it all back away, and I am missing 5. Oh, there's 6. Okay. So the Julie Fleur, that's 6. Okay. And I know I didn't misplace 50 for 5 because... Okay, well, I'm still missing 5. So I have 1 through 4, so that's 1. There's the second one, the third one, the fourth one, and then the 6th one. I'm missing number 5. This almost looks like the all-in-one flower power pattern from Red Heart. It's close. It's not exact, but it's close. Okay. And then here's number 7, which just looks, it says it's a diamond square, but I don't see the diamond. Not the way that this is looking. I mean, I see it on the graph, but not on this picture. Alright, and then number 8 is 112 stitch classic square. And then number 9 is the pretty puff square. Number 10 is the sugar plum square. Number 11 is the rainbow blossom square. That's pretty. Alright, that was 11. Okay. Okay, so where is 12? Because now I'm at 13, 14, 15, 16, but I have no 12. This can't be right. And the company that's doing the knockoff version, like I have, oh, here it is. Number 5 is 80 Stitch Classic. So there's the 112, and then there's the 80. So that's maybe the 80 is why I kept passing this one up. I'm not sure. Okay, so let's get that in here. Alright. I also kind of wanted to organize these too. I'll keep talking to you guys while I'm doing that and showing you what the color of the, or the way that the card number should be. So I'm trying to get, here we go, here's 12. Barara, I don't know, some kind of square. That one. Okay, that's 12. Alright, and there's 13, which is the kisses square. Because it's like the X and O's. The X's are kisses, the O's are hugs. And then the heartfelt square. So you could put those two together and do a baby blanket or something like that. Valentine's Day blanket. The hearts could be your hugs. The Gilwyn square, the berries square, kind of looks like strawberries. It also depends on what color yarn you use. You could change it up and make it look like a different berry. Alright, that was 16. There's 18. Yeah, I could have swore that all the cards were here, so it was very confusing that I was missing those ones. 17 is the cluster flower square. That's a big flower. And again, you can always change the colors on these to make them look different, make them look like a different color. Yeah, make them look like a different color, a different flower. Busty bloom square. The petals are coming up. It's like a 3D granny square. Alright, now 19. I'm looking for 19. And I do apologize. Wednesday, there was no video Wednesday. Again, I'm trying to work around my schedule, my husband's schedule, and my mother-in-law's doctor's appointments. She has had quite a few. She had 2 yesterday that were back to back, and then next week we got to go back to another doctor for a follow-up, and then she's got to have surgery in April, so kind of have to work around everything. That one's cool. Okay, that's that one. Okay, where did 19 go? Did I miss 19? Because I found, oh, there it is. I almost put it back in the deck. April square. Thinking about the spring or Easter. Warmer weather. And then 20 is the swirl square. This looks very interesting. I think Craig from Fiber Spider, he did something similar to this. It's not exact, obviously, where he did a blanket that was like a it's a kaleidoscope, and it was doing the swirl effect with the granny square. I'll put that over there, maybe it won't reflect as much. Alright, now there's 24, 25, 26, I'm looking for 21. Oh, there we go. Yeah, these are not in any specific order when you get them either. They're kind of just thrown in the box. Alright, Rashida square. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it, but it looks like you use some like interlocking techniques with this one, or drop stitches, front post stitches. 22. Next week, not exactly sure what I will be doing next week. I do know I need to show you guys my finished finished pattern from the Hooks and Needles box 4. I have been trying to do they had 2 different patterns for the bookmark, and I'm trying to do the second one, but it's not really lining up for me. I don't know why, but it's not. That's 23. I might just show you guys what I did make, because it's very simple and you can make it however big you want for it. Alright, so this one is the spring square. Again, you could always change it for different time of year to Christmas flower, or doesn't have to be spring related. This one is windmills square. This one's pretty cool. It's got a 3D effect to it too, just like the spring square. And then we got the sunny side pop square, which I don't know how the heck you get sunny side out of that, because in my opinion, you call it that, you might want to use colors that are more relevant to the sun. There we go. Next one is the thumbling square. Thumbling square? I don't know how they came up with some of these names, but there we go. I'm trying to make sure it doesn't reflect my light too much. Another 3D. And then the sweet peach square. I don't know how you get that out of this. That is not peach colors at all. And let's see, 27. Let's see, there it is. Lotus flower square. I mean, they're all very, very pretty, but it's just disconcerting that somebody has, well, multiple people, not just one person, multiple people have ripped off this idea from this lady. It's not fair to her, because she has put her time and effort into getting these cards made and doing the instructions for it and all of that, and then somebody is like, oh hey, I can just replicate that and make it look like it's hers. I mean, they even have her name on the book. Now I think, to be honest, that this dupe scam product should be taken off of TikTok and Amazon and wherever else they may have it at. They could have it even on Shopify, because you're deceiving people thinking you're getting the real deal and you're not. It's just, it's heartbreaking. Okay, so the next one is Rainbow Puff Square, and I don't even know how true these match up to what she has in her deck without getting her deck. Okay, 29. Where is 29? Yep, there's 29. X marks the spot square. I mean, like I said, it was a very good idea, because not everybody likes carrying around books or devices, paper, to work up granny squares, especially if there's something they're just learning to do. So you can just take it with you, put it in your purse, and be on your way type of thing. Alright, 30. Where is 30? That was number 29. We're almost done. Again, I will have the song after the video, so please stick around for it. If you like the videos, the music that I've been doing, please let me know. Monday will be another Music Monday. I think that's what I call it now. Music Monday. Just a video to get you started for your week. And I'm thinking about, I was trying to do PJ Fridays, but that hasn't been panning out very well. So I might start doing Friday music in place of that. So you guys have something that you can listen to for your weekend. Let's see, that's close, but there we go. Okay, so the next one is called Light and Lacy Square. So this one's a little bit more open. I really like granny squares. I just don't like the fact that they've got a lot of holes in them, especially if you're making them for babies, because their feet and your toes and fingers and hands and feet can get stuck in those holes if they're too big. Alright, now 31. What are your thoughts on that? Do you like to make granny square blankets for babies? And if you do you use a smaller hook to reduce the space between? Or do you use the recommended hook size to make a baby blanket? Alright, so this one's called Levantine Square. I don't know. This one doesn't have any holes because it's that type of granny after you do the center. And it's very hard to see that center because it looks like they did like an ombre effect with this one in the picture. What are your thoughts? Do you think that's ombre looking? I'm really trying to keep that from doing that. I think if you did it in different colors, you could see the actual design that you're supposed to see in the center. Because that's when I don't see that at all. So, alright, 32. I know I just have that one. Where did I put it at? Over here. Okay, no. Okay, there it is. Alright, this one is the Daisy Wheel Square. That's pretty. Again, you can always change the colors on them. You don't have to use the colors that they used. Or possibly used, because I really don't think that they did anything other than copy what this lady did. Alright. 33 is Blueberry Field Square. That does not look like blueberry fields to me. That looks like gray. I mean, to me, in the way that the color is on this picture, it looks like a grayish blue and a yellow. I would have used an actual blue. More true to blue than this is. Alright. We're getting there. If you want to skip ahead to the music, you're more than welcome to. It's just... Okay, that's 35, 38. There's 37. No, there's 34. Alright, 34 is the Carnation Garden Square. That does not look like a carnation. But then again, it's been a minute since I'm not really into flowers. I think they're pretty when you put them in crochet because they last longer, but real flowers, not so much. Alright. And then 35 is Rainy Day Puddles Square. Oh, I can kind of get that. Now I will let you know that the Claire came out with a companion book that you can buy and either use on your Kindle if you have a Kindle or the Kindle app from Amazon, or you can buy it and have. I think no, maybe that's just Kindle only. Let me look at that real quick. I have it up over here, so. Where did it go? Oh, where did it go? Where did it go? Oh, here it is. Okay, so you can only get it for the Kindle right now, and it's a companion book where it's just the written instructions. You don't get any pictures and you don't get the diagram for the 50 squares. So I was thinking about getting that to see how accurate it matches these cards and if there's any differences in them. All right, now I'm looking for 36. I think I will do that, but okay, where the heck is 36 at? Hiding amongst the rest of these that I don't really have that many more to go. Okay. Oh, there it is. It was in the box. So this one's Labyrinth Square. And you could really change that up. You could make it look like Christmas colors, Halloween colors. That is a really cool design, to be honest. Might have to do that because there's like very little holes with that. And that thing is really reflecting. I'm gonna have to turn that down. Okay, maybe that'll work better. But that's a really cool one. Alright, now, I just covered up my... Alright, number 37 is Hanin's Lovely Square. Hanin's Lovely Square. This one's got a lot of... And I don't know, I really kind of got into granny squares from Jada and Stitches. Because when I first started crocheting, I had no idea about granny squares. And my sister, my second oldest sister, I have two older sisters, and my second oldest sister, she's like, you don't know how to make granny squares? That's like the first thing that you learn how to do. I said, nope. I just went right straight to it. Nope. Give me single crochets, double crochets, all that all day long. And I'm like, these are really easy and simple to make. So when I made her Christmas blanket, it was out of mitered granny squares because I learned that from Jada and Stitches, and I was like, yep, nope, gonna do that. And then when I put the blanket together, it drove my husband nuts because of how the colors lined up. Alright, next one is the Marine Square. That's pretty cool. I'm guessing you could also use that starfish, the thing in the middle, as a motif too. You don't actually have to turn it into a granny if you don't want to. I think some of these you could do that with, but not all of them. And then number 39 is the Reina Square. Reina. And then, what was it, last year? Last year was Jada and Stitches' the Granny Square blanket for the calendar blanket. And I really didn't I did start it, but I never got far enough along to finish it because I was running out of colors. And I was trying to make one that would be like a baby blanket. One's pretty. I like that one. Okay. This one's Lemons and Limes Square. I'm kind of good at that. Could change it to fall colors, anything really. Okay, and then the next one is not that one. Okay, here's 41. Garden in Bloom Square. It's not bad. It's not one I would probably gravitate towards first. Alright, and then we've got... Okay, Alchemy Garden Square. Now this one's pretty because it's got, well, it's pretty and it's less holy because you fill in a lot of the spaces, which is cool. Okay. And then we got Yumna Square. And then we have a mosaic, which some of these I'm wondering if they just kind of renamed them to make the 50. I could be wrong, but and then we have the spike square, which I know Creative Grandma or somebody has done something like this, where you start out with one color and you kind of make it like you're pulling it to make it that like mosaic style, but they're calling this one spike square. This is a little different than the one that Creative Grandma did, because I do believe it was either her or Bag O'Day that did something like this, but they did it with front post stitches to connect and not actual spike stitches. Alright, get my deck here. I've got 5 more to do. Rose square. Okay, watermelon square, which is cool if you know people that like watermelon. This was, I think, the only fruit one in here. I'm guessing you could always change it up if you want to make it look like a slice of strawberry. Change the red color to maybe a darker red. Because there's seeds in that too. And change the black spots for the seeds to white. Alright, Fairy Wheel Square. That's way too open. Embrace Square. And the last one is the Mesh Strainer Square. I don't know why they call it that, but that's what they're calling it. And I don't know if these are named exactly like the ones that Claire created, or if they came up with their own names so they could basically say it's theirs and not hers. But they do have her name on the book, which probably, I would say that she, in my opinion, and you can let me know what you think, in my opinion, I think that the lady that designed this should seek legal advice, because they used her name on this booklet and stole her idea. And I don't even know how they got this information before it was even released to the public, because this was out way before the actual product, the real product, was released. So I'm going to go ahead and put these back away. And when I start working on these, it is going to be a minute before I start testing these out. I am going to see if I can get the real copy of these from Amazon and the companion book, because I'll have that instantly and I'll be able to see if these are actually the same names as the other ones. So, alright. Oh, and one more thing. If you don't watch Elsbeth on Thursday nights, or on Paramount Plus, if you have that, it's a great show, and she's always showcasing something has Granny Squares. She's worn Granny Square scarves. She has a bag that's Granny Squares. It's funny, because the last time I remember seeing anything with Granny Squares or crochet related items was Roseanne with the back of their couch. They had that big granny square blanket. And when I've watched, no, this sounds weird, but I've watched Golden Girls hundreds of times, and Sophia crochets in it. And there's a couple episodes where Dorothy goes like flashbacks to her mother-in-law's place, and there's a few crocheted items inside those episodes too. It's just interesting to see how crochet is coming back into into TV, even though they don't talk about it, whether they're wearing it or actually doing it. It's kind of cool. Alright, well, I think that's going to be it for today's video. Again, when I'm done here, there'll be a music video. It's a little over 3 minutes, not too long, and I hope you all enjoy. Until next time, I hope you all stay safe, stay warm, and stay crafty. Bye-bye.
Granny squares on my blanket, warm at night, stitched with love and that old yarn so tight. Hands of wisdom, they weave tales of old, in every color so bright and bold. Patterns dancing in that cozy frame, each stitch whispers a forgotten name. Memories sewn into every thread in that patchwork bed where dreams are spread. Granny squares in the sky so high, blankets of stars that light the night, crafted with care by hands that knew the magic in colors, red, white, and blue. Story of life in a square so small, laughter and tears, they've seen in it all, wrapped in warmth through the years gone by. Granny squares reminisce with a sigh. Texture of time in the fabric made, echoes of love that never will fade, holding you close in a soft embrace. Granny's gift, a timeless place. Granny squares in the sky so high, blankets of stars that light the night, the night, crafted with care by hands that knew the magic in colors, red, white, and